Yo, so I'm Dirty B.
I'm your homie Jay.
We're the Bearded Weirdos, and we here with Dark Dream. What's up, Sonny boy?
What up, though? Can you not hear us?
Oh, he's connecting his audio now. It says you're muted still.
Oh. Yeah, there we go.
There we go. There we go. Yo, so how the fuck you doing tonight?
Shit, I'm chilling, man. I haven't slept not one bit. I think I've been up for like the past 34 hours, 35, just working on this music, man, trying to get this album out and ready.
Oh shit!
I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Sometimes you gotta do a little extra.
Especially when you get that bug, bro. It doesn't really matter how long you in the studio. You know what I'm saying? As long as you get done what you had in your head.
That's what I'm trying to tell them. Like, people keep asking me, like, yo, you losing a lot of sleep. Like, I keep going to my people's cribs and they're like, yo, you don't look too well, bro. It's like, yo, I'm good. I'm healthy. Feel me? Like,
don't worry about me, bro. Don't ask me what's in my cup.
Yeah, bro. Just pass the bottle, bro. I'm gonna be good.
Hell yeah. Shit, man. How's your album coming along?
Yo, the album coming out beautiful, actually. Like, I don't know. You know, I've been doing this for a long time, but for like the past, like, since I started, I felt a lot holding me back. And a lot of the times,
usually there's a lot holding you back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of the times I thought it was me, but a lot of it was a lot of the peers that I had around me.
Yeah, your exterior environment, man, it'll do a lot to hold you back.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I found myself evolving with music. Like, I always.
Well, the last one you sent me to get on was fucking fire.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm always finding new ways to switch my flow, switch my style, keep it interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like most people I was fucking with back in the day, they just knew how to do things one way, and that was it. And I'm like, look, like, this shit get kind of old. Feel me? You got to learn how to evolve with music.
Facts. Factoids.
Yeah. Some people get stuck in their ways.
You know, I used to have people tell me all the time, like, oh, you rhyme too much, man. It's too much for people to handle. So then I dumb it back a little bit, and people are like, yeah. So now I'm somewhere in between where it's like, you know what? I'm about to just hit you with the important rhyme words, bitch. You know what I'm saying? The ones that really matter. But nah, man, there's some things that, you know, as an artist, the more you work on them, it's the slowest it seems like that you're fucking working your way in that direction. But every step in that direction isn't a step in that direction.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I spent most of my time trying to help other people come up. Let me try to give them pointers, try to give them like things that I never really focused on myself. And I don't know. I just woke up one night and I was like, you know what? I'm done with this shit.
Yeah.
It's time for me to just do me.
OG and everybody else takes away from your own capacity for your own self. I'm kind of in a position like that myself right now, but I kind of put myself here because I kind of like having like a bunch of shit juggling around, because you could ask Jay, when it comes down to doing my job and writing a fucking song or making a beat, I could do it in minutes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, no doubt. And it's the hottest thing you ever heard. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a method. I let the melody tell me how to feel and the drums tell me how to express myself. You know what I'm saying? So if we got a super, you know, bouncy, that's what we do in the dump. You know what I'm saying? I just get that rhythm going, and then I just fill in the blanks. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's crazy. We follow the same method, man. Like, a lot of people ask me how I come up with what I come up with. Like, yo, like, how do you come up with your songs? Like, I don't come up with my songs, bro. Like,
I mean, do you believe in the muse?
I hear the beat. I feel the melody. I let that melody hit my soul. Once I let that melody hit my soul, I start vibing with the drums. Now that drum is hitting my heartbeat. Now my heartbeat racing with the drums. Bam! Now I'm hearing war. I'm hearing war.
And it just spills out after that.
Lyrics just come. Bam!
It's kind of like, you know, getting that fucking line and sinker in. You know what I'm saying? Once you finally get in the groove, all you got to do is just let yourself do what you do best.
Yeah.
Don't hold yourself back.
Thank you. That's what I've been trying to tell people. Like, it's not hard. This is the problem with people like nowadays. Like, you're trying too hard.
Yeah.
I mean, you're trying to be somebody you're not. Like, you hear your favorite rappers, and you know you idolize them. I get that. Don't get me wrong. I got artists that I idolize. Feel me, Jada, fucking Busta Rhymes. Like, I could keep naming. Method Man, Gold Man. Feel me, like I
every one of those are some people on my playlist.
That's what I'm saying. I grew up listening to the greatest. Like, I got idols, but I don't want to be my idol. I just want to be me.
Yeah.
That's it.
See,
I
I've
wanna
always
be
pictured like
recognized.
my end goal for myself is, I mean, I do want money. Everybody wants money. I want to be able to. Not, I don't even want to be rich, really. I just want to have enough money to do what I want to
Live
do,
comfortably.
Yeah.
to live how I want to live. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right,
Like if I
right.
want to
Live
go
comfortably.
buy a $1,500 compressor to put in my rack, I'm doing that today. If I want to take my
Right.
fucking family out to Las Vegas tonight, we catching a flight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't have to have anything. I don't care about the car, bro. As long as that bitch gets me from point A to point B. As long as the roof above my head doesn't leak. You know what I'm saying? I don't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
That's why we have a thing down here. We say it's not about the money, but it's about the money.
yeah, nah, it
How
makes
motherfuckers
sense.
get confused when they hear that shit. They're like, I don't understand.
Because
So
see,
it's
what
not
I
about
always
the money,
pictured
it's
for
about the money.
myself, what would make me a happy person in life, is if that there's people out there that when the conversation of hip hop and bars and rhyme schemes come up, people are like, oh, you ain't heard of Dirty B yet, though. Dude, my man's got them bars, bro. That's what I want. I don't care if they hear it. You know what I'm saying? I get that from my friends all the time and the people in my circle. But I want to get that, like, itchy ear. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want my ear to ring a little bit. Somebody out there talking good on my name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what
what's
I want.
happening.
I want to be able to live.
I'm trying to tell kids, like people tell me all the time, like, yo, give me somebody new to listen to. I'm like, I'll give you somebody new to listen to. My boy, Dirty B, bro. Check my nigga out.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I'm always
Like, yo,
about
this
spreading the
boy's
word of the people
bars.
that I fucks with, because usually, for the most part, 89% of the people that I actually consider myself, in the circle with, including you, you know what I'm saying, has bars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Period.
That's
And,
what I'm trying to. A lot of people got upset with me with a post I made. So I feel me like I'm doing a whole new music shit, brand new. And if you ain't fucking with music and bars like my boy Dirty B, then I can't fuck with you.
I
And,
remember
man,
that
people hit
post.
me up. Yeah, man, people hit me up like, so what are you trying to say? If I'm not as good as him, I can't be on your songs no more. And I'm like, yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. I'm done with it. I'm done. It's time
See,
for me
people
to
read
move
into that
forward.
shit
It's
too
time for me
much.
to
Like,
move up.
you know, there's artists that maybe not have my rhyme scheme skill set, but they have, like, it. If you know what I
Right,
mean.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
They
our
just
boy
got
Knight.
that thing, yeah.
Yeah, he ain't the most talented rhymer on the planet, but you give him 10 minutes and a piece of paper and you're going to shit yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, neither was ODB, but ODB had that it.
Right, he does what he
had that
does
it.
well, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that shit is it's really hard to come by nowadays. You know what I'm saying? That spark, that fucking ingenuity, that authenticity, it's lost in today's culture.
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't lying. That's why I had some kid up in my studio the other day. Feel me? He was like, yeah, I want to record this. It's going to be hot. So it'll give me top charts. All right? Spit it. Let
He
me
comes
hear
out there like, I'm an island boy.
basically, he came in, he was like, yeah, I better change. Yeah, cover the but and I stopped it right there. It's like, nah, bro, this ain't in my studio. And he was like, what you mean? And I was like, yeah, this don't come up in my studio, bro. This ain't music to me, bro. This
See,
is fucking...
unfortunately, my pockets be itching. I'd be like, shit, come on, bring it, because you're going to be in here 25 times before you go platinum. You know what I'm saying? Like, bring me that money.
I have a hard time stomaching it, man. Like, I have a
Me
hard time
too.
stomaching it.
And I don't have
Sometimes
a
you
problem
gotta
telling
do it
them he
anyways.
trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
Right.
I mean, to be honest with you, here's how I really feel about it. You know how rap is, Biggie, or not, I can't say Biggie. Rap would be like Pac, P. Diddy, Chingy. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop would be
Right.
fucking Biggie Smalls, Big Pun, Big L, Eminem, Hopsin, Tech Nine.
Right.
Where, in my opinion, rap is, you have to rhyme. That's a necessity. But
Right.
hip hop is you speaking through the art of rhyme. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Where rhyme words drive where you're going. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got J. Cole's and Joyner Lucas's that still follow that pattern, but they have the sound of rap. You know what I'm saying? But they're truly actually hip hop artists. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I like shit like that. Like, I was really surprised that a J. Cole or a Joyner Lucas could pop through like that,
I'm surprised they made a song together. When I heard that, I was like, oh, shit. Like, okay.
Somebody just told me about that, and I never listened to it. Fuck, I gotta listen to that shit. But then every now and then you get Ritzes and Merculeses and Hobsonies.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, dude, Hobson was like no offense to him, but he was the black Eminem to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
right.
Eminem, he had just like this way of just saying some silly shit, But it was so hard that you're gonna say it again. Like that one shit he said. Hobson said he was like, I jack off so much I got my dick has a permanent imprint in my hand around it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Yo, he was like, I shit on niggas, a swat rat with a diaper on. And then
right.
video film, like he followed it up in the video. I said, look, this man's got talent. He's in the go somewhere. He knows how to entertain.
Yeah, very much so.
That is a big, and I mean a big factor when it comes to stage presence, when it comes to how you decide to deploy your image. Yes, you got to know how to entertain.
Yeah.
Because if you just standing there, you looking boring, people are gonna be like, okay, this guy's stiff as fuck. I ain't trying to see this shit.
Yeah.
See, that's actually one of my issues is like stage wise. Like I'm too old, man. My back hurts. You know what I'm saying? Everything on me gets fucking hurt, and I get winded easy. So I try to like. Don't get me wrong. I pantomime my entire performance, and I try to move around a little bit. But you ain't about to see me jumping up on stage and fucking running around that bitch doing the crip walk. It ain't happening. You know
I
what
don't
I'm
know. In that video, the video "Don't Pray for Me," at the end, my boy was like, "Yo, man, jump around, do hype, do something." And I was like, "Nigga, I'm old as fuck, bro." Hold up.
Right.
Hold on. I'm gonna do a cha-cha slide. That's what you see at the end of the video. Don't pray for me. Then you know, like
my old ass gonna fuck around and break something. I keep on moving.
Right.
Word. That's what I'm saying. That's the motion getting out of me, bro.
See, I don't have a problem moving. It's my thing is I try to stay professional. You know what I'm saying? When I'm on stage, I want because we don't usually use backing tracks. You know what I'm saying? We'll have the hook on there, right. But for the most part, you better fucking hold your breath and do your verse. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And luckily, I got this motherfucker to the right of me, and he memorizes everything. You know what I'm saying? So he could look at me in the face and know when I'm about to lose my breath, and he'll catch that bar. Bam.
That's that Super Saiyan God hype man right there for me.
Right. See, and you know, before we formed the Bearded Weirdos, we just did that for each other. That was like pretty much, you know, I was his producer and engineer, and I'd feature on his tracks whenever he asked me. Yeah. But then we got to doing shows together, and we had so much chemistry on stage. It's like, you know what? We need to fucking put a name on this thing and do something.
The energy, bro. The energy is important.
Yeah, very important.
For sure.
The energy, it revolves around you, then it evolves and it creates an image, and then the image comes.
That brings me back to a question that I meant to ask a little bit ago. Do you believe in the Muse? Maybe not metaphorically, or maybe more metaphorically than for real. But are you familiar with the Muse?
No, not really.
So it's a not supernatural, but it's a thing that artists, athletes, and shit like that get, where you free yourself up to your skill. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you searching for the thing you want, you just open yourself up to the possibility of doing the thing you want to do. And if the Muse is right, then it's going to work with you. You know what I'm saying? And you're just going to flow. Like how you've been up for 34 hours writing music, and now doing an interview with some other rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's part of the flow of things. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to happen this way.
Right.
So I mean, I believe in that only mainly like
I call it the music bug every now and then, and I forget that it has another name. You know?
I mean, like we like to do a lot of drinking and freestyling. You dig? And then once that beat starts playing, I mean, I don't just sit there and think of what I'm gonna say.
You to say.
I mean, I close my eyes, and the next thing you know, I'm gone in the beat. I'm lost in the beat, and whatever come out, it's natural, bro. Like I don't really control it.
Yeah, I can't call myself the greatest freestyler on the planet, but this man seen me at my finest.
You definitely freestyle pretty good for sure.
Yeah, because I do the opposite of what you just said. While instead of letting myself go to it, I think far ahead of time in the future. I think of what I'll look around, I'm like, billboard sign. You know what I'm saying? And then I kill more guys and fill more vibes as I plaster you all over the billboard sign. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where my brain's going. I fill in the blanks on the way to where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I need to bust out my notebook and write that bitch down.
Record it, yeah.
But yeah, man, so I want to break into, I got a little list of questions, and the first one is the most important to me. If you were to headline with 4 other artists on tour, no matter who they are, who would they be?
The 4 other artists?
Yeah, so it'd be you and 4 others.
My first one's going to have to be Jared Benton.
Oh,
hell yeah.
Nice.
Second, gonna have to be Seth's crew. Goddamn and
Ooh,
Evil.
Oh, fuck yeah.
my man's all right.
Hell yeah.
Does that count as two? Because there's
Nope.
two of them.
That's
a
a group.
group. That's a group.
That's a group.
Yeah.
I think my third would have to be Swiss.
Okay. I don't like his voice, but he's got bars every now and then.
Yeah, it's his energy. I don't know, something about his energy that I
His
really
voice, you know what his voice reminds me of? Skeeter from Doug Funny.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's all I see. I just see a green nigga spitting at me, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't know, bro.
Right. And my fourth would have to be Chris Calico.
Ooh,
hell yeah.
nice.
That'd be a hell of a tour, dude.
That would be. I would for sure attend that. What's up, youngin?
Yeah.
No, for sure. I would attend that. I'd buy tickets to that in a fucking heartbeat.
Yeah, that'd be a hell of a tour.
Yeah, that'd be dope. I can't even imagine who would be on my list. I'd have to say Tech Nine, DZK, Hobson, Eminem. It's got to be done.
A hell of a tour.
It's got to be done.
Yeah.
I pay hella money for that. Feel me? Like,
But I'm gonna have to do like this between DZK and Eminem though.
right, they top artists though. For me, like I just want to choose from the bottom of the people who are slept on the most.
Right.
For me, and I feel like Chris Calico is one of the most slept on people in the
In
world.
all honesty,
I agree.
Just to be honest with you, man, none of them are slept on in my fucking category. Maybe Swizz, but Jaron
Nah.
Benton. As soon as I see his name on something, I'm clicking it. Chris Calico.
Right,
I'm not a
right.
big fan of the name of his new record label, but I like it. I fuck with it. You know what I'm saying?
But more people should fuck with it.
Yeah, no,
he
they should,
be,
yeah.
Like, that's what we mean by slept on. Like,
Well, you know what?
should be
He's got
doing
that
way better
Transformer
than he
money now,
is.
though. He did a whole season for Netflix, and he's been invited to season 2.
yeah.
So that's money, bro.
Yeah, he's been doing shit for sure.
I'm pretty sure the going rate for like cartoons and shit when you're doing big voice acting gigs like that is somewhere in between 5 and 8K a fucking episode.
Yeah,
Pretty
that's
much.
nice.
That's not a lot, but think about that times
For what
12.
he's doing, yeah.
I mean, it's not a lot to a person who don't know the value of a dollar. For me,
Right.
but
Right.
when you got a person who's smart with his money,
Yeah.
man, that's a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, that shit for me would go a long fucking way.
Because he probably
Yeah.
got all that within a matter of a couple months.
See, this right here was a test. Jay was like, because I'm like, bro, I don't have the time nor the money like coming in like that to be able to save up for a microphone that's as expensive as I want to get. And my dream microphone is a Neumann U87. It's the
Woo.
it's the standard music industry standard. This is his little brother. Jay was like, look, bro, just take whatever money you can, and whenever you get money, send me a little chunk of it. And I did that for 8 months. Here we go. TLM 102, baby. You know what I'm saying? I got a fucking Neumann. I got at least my dream brand of microphone. I don't have the one I want yet,
Almost there.
but I'm on my fucking way.
That's all that matters. For me, like,
Yeah, when I
Set
hear, like, I can listen to
microphones.
myself talk into this fucking microphone in my headphones all fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it brings out the bass in my voice. My fucking air in my top end is really nice. My mids are nice and subtle. And I don't have anything EQ'd on here, I don't think. No, I don't. This is just straight up the middle.
that's I'm trying to teach my kids that. For me, like, small goals. Always make small goals.
Yeah.
Achieve your small goals, and before you know it, your big goals, your larger goals, have already become accomplished.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean-
Hell yeah.
Something like you want something, and you really want it, you got to go and get it. But it's not going to come to you. You got to
Right.
work
Yeah,
for it.
nothing comes to you. And if it, all right,
Yeah.
what was it? If life seems too easy, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
My man's.
If life
No
is a
shit.
pain in the ass, you're also doing it wrong.
You got to go somewhere in the middle.
Right, somewhere in the middle, man. You know,
Right
the
now, I'm
struggle,
in-
though, is what makes people. A lot of people don't like to admit that they come from dark and harsh and disgusting backgrounds. But most of the time, those people end up being some of the most interesting, driven, and fucking successful people. The
Yeah.
people that come from nothing.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm an open book. People ask me about my life all the time. I really don't care about telling them. You know what I mean? A lot of people see me now, like, from what I used to be. For me, they're like, "Oh, you've gotten more calmer." For me, you seem, I don't know, you don't seem as aggressive as you used to be. So don't get me wrong, I'm still that aggressive man. I just learned how to suppress that. I've had to.
Hey,
Not
bro,
just
you're
for
speaking my
kids.
language.
Yeah.
You know,
But
not
see,
just for my kids, but for myself too. Like, I got tired of getting locked up. I got tired of getting shot and stabbed and all this crazy shit. You get tired of that. You get old.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
no.
My biggest
having
thing was I
kids
didn't
is
know
the
how to
first
control
step.
my anger.
As soon
That's
as
what
you
I'm
have
saying.
kids, you're like, okay, well, there's something more important than me on this planet. I got to figure out something.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I started telling people like I don't know how to control my anger. You know, like I don't. I got a big problem with that shit. And my whole life has been violent, extremely violent. And so all I've ever known is violence. You know, like I grew up. My mom was always working. My stepdad was an alcoholic asshole, whooped my ass every day. My sister, that bitch is crazy. Feel me? She just whooped my
To
ass
say the
just
least, right?
because- That's what I'm saying. She just whooped my ass just because I was alive. She tried to drown me when I was 2 years old. And when she told me that shit, I said, "You really trying to drown me when I was 2?" She was like, "Yeah." I asked my mom. My mom was like, "Yeah, she really tried to drown you when I was 2." I was like, "God damn, that bitch crazy."
Hell no.
But you know, you gotta learn after you get older. I tell people you gotta learn how to let that shit go, man. And you forgive, but don't forget.
Yeah, right.
I mean, once you learn how to forgive, you become to accept. Once you become to accept, you don't start feeling as angry anymore. You start
Yeah.
seeing things a little clearer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a process. It's the same process with that I follow with music. You
Well,
know what I mean?
speaking
Like,
of music, in your life right now, who is your most loyal supporter? Like, who is like, soon as you got some shit, they ready to fucking share it to the world?
oh man, my brother Jeremy Glass. That's
Hell
my
yeah!
number
Shout
one.
out to Jeremy Glass, that motherfucker, the truth, sonny boy.
He hit me up daily, like, bro, when you gonna drop this shit, bro? Album,
Hell
when
yeah.
you gonna drop it? I'm like, bro, you can't rush perfection, man. Just give me some time, you know? Like, yeah.
So
Hell
have you
yeah,
have you
that's
been able
dope.
to see any revenue from your music fucking career?
Sadly, no. I slacked on that myself. That's my own fault, though.
Well,
I
dude, there's me and Jade has banked what, like 5, something like that,
For what?
for 2 years,
No,
well, a year and a half or whatever.
from everything we've been doing, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, so that's not a lot,
Not much,
but that's just from people pressing play, and maybe 4
something.
people bought our albums.
And
Still, that's something.
Urchin-
That says more than what I can speak for a lot of other rappers that I know.
But see that once you get that
Including
that
myself.
fucking bug, once it bites you and you realize that you are making something, that something can turn into a lot more. You know what I'm saying?
That's, bro. I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said I slacked on it. I didn't put myself out there like that. Maybe
Well,
like
me
in my
and
head,
Jay,
my music
we've
is
been
trash.
trendsetters to our circle for like the last year and a half. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's, and not saying anything bad about them. They'd say the same thing if they was here. They kind of wait for us to make a move, and then they follow our lead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And which is not a problem at all, because it's better to.
It's a compliment, honestly.
Yeah, really, it is a compliment, and they I don't choose it, but a lot of people put me in like the leadership position, as in just like, I'm an engineer, I'm everybody's producer. I try to stop people from arguing and tearing each other's fucking careers apart and drifting away. I try my best to patch the holes, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people come to me for a lot of things, and sometimes it does get a little difficult. It kind of weighs on your soul a little bit. But at the same time, if I don't do it, who else is going to do it? If Jay doesn't do it, who else is going to do it? You know what I'm saying? If fucking Dark Dream doesn't do it, who else is going to do it? That's what it boils down to. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to OG and some shit, especially when you have the experience to OG some shit,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Failure's not an option. You know what I'm saying? You got to make the moves.
That's why. I mean, it takes a big heart to step up and know how to take it. You know.
Well, see, I knew you, like, obviously through passing and a little bit on Facebook, but when I got with Bandit, she was like, "No, listen, that's my little brother. That motherfucker really the truth. Like, if he says he gonna do it, he gonna do it. That's the dude right there." I'm like, all right, so without you even having to speak too many words to me, you know what I'm saying? You ended up on my radar, you know what I'm saying, in a very good way. You know what I'm saying? And I'm proud to say that we've done, what, 2 tracks together?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and shit, that's just the beginning of it, you know what I'm saying? I know you like to produce your own shit, but eventually you're going to have to come over to Dirty B's dark side, you know what I'm saying? I've been whipping up some magic.
I don't mind after the last I heard, I'm like, yo, motherfucker. That's like, yeah.
But hey, speaking of though, I do got this loaded up. I do want to play this for the audience. I have Dark Dream Crown, just a little taste of something. So let me go ahead and share screen, share sound.
This is gonna be off the new album.
And this is off the album you're currently working on right now?
Yeah.
Bet. Let's get it. Check this out, everybody. I love them pianos.
The ambience is beautiful, man. I love it.
Dim the lights down and pour me some crown. Get me in my zone, play my music loud. Dim the lights down and pour me some crown. Get me in my zone, play my music loud.
Yo, them layers are on fucking point, son.
Lay back, haters standing way back. Say that I'm chilling with the shades back, so I can see them when they're hating and grimacing, looking at me with a problem, cause I hit them with a wave at. Say that, drama, homie, I'm too grown. Everything I'm rocking, I got it on my own. They be talking about me, but I don't pay them attention. I just be drinking and chilling in my zone. Vibe, it had been a slow ride. Bass knocking the trunk, shaking the inside. Eyes on the prize, got my hands on the ground, but my name on the rise, the way I lay it down. DFW. Double MB, real to my blood, dedicated to the green. Yeah, we all about the work, so you know we finna eat. Yeah, you know we finna eat. Bringing negative energy, then you got to go. Doing everything y'all saying is impossible. From the east to the west, stream rock the coast, flock the host, beast mode. I can't stop the flow. I can't stop kick game when I spit flame, then I switch lane, ghosting anybody acting like a bitch, man. Yeah, I'm just living it up, never giving a fuck, ready to bust, and you know I'm doing this thing.
Man, fuck anybody trying to kill my vibe. I ain't got time for hate. Man, I just ain't got time for no one.
That bass rocking too, sonny boy.
You know what I'm saying?
Dim the lights down and pour me some crown. Get me in my zone, play my music loud. Dim the lights down and pour me some crown. Get me in my zone, play my music loud.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I have to say, we have to get you on a hook very soon. Your layers are fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, that shit was dope. That shit was dope.
I worked years on that. I worked years and years on that.
Yeah, see, that's something I've only been really focusing on for about the last year and a half is layering shit up. But, you know, in the process, obviously, you have to keep on fucking experimenting and finding what levels, what octaves work with each other. And
Right.
I can tell you've been at it like a motherfucking madman. That shit sounded great, bro.
I'm saying besides the octave, man, it's a lot of the panning and the equalization as well.
Yeah,
So you gotta learn how to EQ your bass, your mids, your highs, and learn how you gotta learn how to pan them correctly. Because if you don't pan them correctly when they overlap, they drown the beat.
Also, a very, very important part of all that is compression. It's one of the things that people skip over a lot. They don't properly compress, and you got some sibilances that are really low, and they get buried in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes they got some shit that's extremely loud, and then it goes right back into their shit, and they don't have it compressed right, so it sounds like that. You know what I'm saying? Everything should sound exactly the same level, regardless if you're whispering or screaming.
People always over compress. And I keep trying to tell them, like, yo, when it comes to vocals, you don't need a shitload of compression. Feel me? Just a light compression to level it out. Feel me? And then your second compression should be just for your syllables.
Speaking of compression, that's about to be my first piece of hardware. My first piece of analog equipment. I'm about to get a outboard dynamic gate and compressor.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Because, I mean, I have, you know, I have the Waves compressors. I have, my go-to is Red 2. It's actually distributed by the Focusrite company that makes the Scarlett interface.
Right.
Yeah, when you buy a Scarlett interface, it comes with Red 2 and Red 3, which is an EQ and a compressor. The EQ is dog shit for vocals, but I use it a lot on guitars, to be honest with you. Every time a guitar comes my way, I'm pretty much going to go straight to that EQ. I've been looking into it, because are you familiar with the Neve consoles?
Yeah.
They're fucking dinosaurs of like a company, but the Neve just has this specific analog sound, this warmth that it adds to it. And I think it's Slate Digital or it's Chris Lord's, what is that, CLR? They have a digital recreation of the Neve console's EQ. And I kind of really want it just for singers, you know what I'm saying? For hip hop, you got to be really specific. And well, I mean, I guess for singing too, because you could always use a parametric equalizer and rip out some of the fucking disgusting frequencies. But the main EQ on like a really somber singer, I might have to bust that bitch out, you know what I'm saying? Because I've watched fucking Warren Hewart and fucking Sylvia Massey for hours, you know what I'm saying, on the EQ game with that bitch. Dude, shout out to Sylvia Massey, bro. She's probably my favorite, man. That bitch did some shit. Green Jelly, Disturbed, fucking Tool, System of the Down. You know what I'm saying? And every time I know Prince. You know, every time I know she's behind the mix, dude, I'm telling you, every time I could hear everything has its own space. Everything sits exactly where it needs to in the mix. And obviously, as a fellow engineer, you know the shit is sometimes it's difficult to get everything to sit perfectly. So when you listen to it a third or a fifth or a 10th time in whatever, you know, your phone, the fucking speakers, your headphones, the car, it doesn't change consistently. It just sounds, or it doesn't change constantly. It stays consistent through every fucking platform you listen to it through. It sounds perfectly mixed. You know what I'm saying? And that's Sylvia Massey.
That's why I try to tell, like, I think that's been the hardest thing to teach anybody is about the sound spectrum. So
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Everybody
thinks when you record and you make a beat, it's just one slow streaming wave in the middle.
Well, a lot of people don't familiarize themselves with the instruments that are in their beat and their vocals. They don't know that some instruments, you know, like a flute or maybe even a high piano keys, will interfere with the vocalist's voice. You know what I'm saying? There's frequencies in it that will rip away from yours every time they hit together, and they'll disguise each other. So there's things that, you know, a lot of people need to skip over that. I heard this one engineer, he's not super famous or nothing, but he said some profound shit. And he said the soul lives in the mid-range. And what he meant by that is if you start there, obviously, you know, you're going to want to do a fucking sub drop. You want to get all that fucking everything below 50 out. But once you start, before you go working with your highs, get your mids just right. You know what I'm saying? Where you could literally like step away from it there and it sounds good. You know what I'm saying? Once you get to that point, then you start moving on to your highs. And since I've taken on that philosophy, my mixes have got a lot better.
I go about it a little different. Feel me? I was definitely always got to focus on my mids. My thing is panning. A lot of people don't understand when it comes to instrumentals. Every instrument isn't panned directly
straight down the middle. Yeah.
Feel me? You got your stands to the left, you got your hats to the right. Feel me? Me personally, when I make a beat, my drums, my kicks, I like to pan one all the way to the left, copy it, paste it, feel me? Duplicate it, and then pan that one all the way to the right. Now you're getting the same sound of the kick. It's louder. You can hear it better. It's crisper, but it's opening the mid-range for more things to be able to put in there to be able to flow in.
Now
So
with pianos and guitars, have you ever went out of your way to do imaging?
Nah.
See, panning is a very, very, very crude and fucking rudimentary art when it comes to stereo imaging. Like, obviously, if you just got a mixing board, you could pretty much do everything I'm about to say. But with imaging software, it'll show you where everything sits. It's usually, you know, as soon as you turn it on, it's a needle. You know what I'm saying? It's straight down the middle.
Right,
but after you split it into stereo, and it usually only has 4 bands to work with. You know what I'm saying? Your lows, your mids, your mid-highs, and your highs. And once you start tweaking them just right, you'll see that bitch go from a needle to like a blob. You just want to get a uniform sound. And not all the time will panning cancel out all your problems with guitars and piano. So I like to, instead of before I even try to pan anything with the guitar or piano when they're playing together, I try imaging one of them. You know what I'm saying? So that way, like say if I have the piano sitting pretty much dead center, and I'll image the fucking guitar around it so it sits in it like a cradle. You know what I'm saying? So the guitars sound like they go, you know, around your head rather than right in front of it.
Right.
So
I'm actually kind of messing with that the stereo imaging and
well, there's a free program that it's not the best, but it will definitely, like, for free, it's awesome. But it's called With Knob. Look that one up. But the one I use on a regular basis, thank God I got Fruity Loops pulled up. Let me just pull it up and tell you what I use. This is my go-to. It's Isotope 5 or Isotope Ozone 5 Imager.
That's what I was messing with, the Isotope 5 3D stereoizer. I didn't quite understand it though. That was my thing.
Yeah, that's really what it is. Is basically taking your wave and then splitting it between your stereo. You know what I'm saying, left and right. But it transient shapes it too. So it's not just like the sound waves themselves, but just like the how it kicks in and how it leaves out. You know what I'm saying? All of that gets imaged. So I don't know. I thoroughly enjoy that program. Same thing with the Isotope Ozone Exciter, which is basically like a saturation unit. Saturation is another thing that a lot of people forget about. But when you listen to a U87 ran through a Neve board, all you need is a little EQ and compression. You know what I'm saying? If you want reverb, if reverb is necessary for the track. But pretty much right there, that's all you need. The saturation just from the Neve console alone, it just has this warmth. Just sounds so nice. It's ear candy. Mm-hmm. But anyways, we got a couple of things we got to get to. So I was gonna fucking wrap this up with you, man. It's awesome talking to you, Dark Dream. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait till your album comes out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, man. I can't wait for the drops, man. Y'all be one of the first to know.
Hell yeah. Well, shit, man. We about to do a Cthulhu Caverns tonight, and we're about to drop some exclusives. So if you find yourself bored in a little bit and you see that bitch drop, hit us up.
Oh, you already know. I'll be in there.
Hell yeah. Well, hey, man, you be safe, brother. It was awesome talking to you.
All right, fam. Easy.